Welcome! It's your friendly neighbourhood Badger here, and I am back with a little bit of a build showcase of something, a little bit of a pet project that I've been working on recently. Now, it is definitely not finished. There is a lot to figure out where else to go with this build, a lot of things to change, but in essence, I am just going to explain while we jump into a map. Now, this is only a T5 alleyways map, and this build is for clearing low-level maps. It's not for bossing, it's just for very fast clearing. So you can kind of see here as I go into all of this. This build basically relies on Herald of Thunder and Herald of Ice. As you can see, we go into the map and just clear pretty much everything. Now, I am going to proc this Delirium as well. I'm going to go through, and we're just going to try and proc as much as we can. One thing that does hurt this build a little bit is these invulnerable mobs, but that's alright, that's all good. So it's all about big crits, big procs, and slamming through everything. Alleyways is just a good map to run because you can get the drop of the Saint's Treasure, and it's fairly linear as well, and a little bit close quarters, which is good for a build like this, so you can get those big chains. So the build itself, it's had a little bit of currency investment into it. It's not a build that I usually recommend to people to play, especially because I'm figuring this out right now. And that is the reason you will not see a path of building down below today. There is a lot to change. I'll quickly go over the tree, but basically by tomorrow everything's going to be changed anyway, so that's why I'm not including a path of building. I'm going to be changing it all up to get an alleyways map drop and another one there, so we're just picking up what we can. Just going straight through. You will also see that the boss damage needs a lot of improvement as we get to the boss here. We're going to go through, just pick up this map, hit these mobs, and come over here to the boss. As you can see, damage is primarily just from a little bit of a Storm Brand and a Herald of Thunder. So that's how the build functions. You just go straight fast through maps and everything like that. We can have a look on the passive skill tree. I am using 3 voices of the 7 passives, so a little bit of a currency investment here. We are doing a little bit of purposeful harbinger stacking. We do have 5 purposeful harbingers. We also have self-fulfilling prophecies for critical strike chance to herald skills, and crit strike multi if we've dealt a crit strike with a herald skill recently, which is pretty nice. And then we're also using a couple of heraldries and as well for the reduced mana, and 1 Endbringer, I think. Oh no, no Endbringers anymore, and we're still playing around with it all. We're going assassin, obviously for big crits, and just taking not very many other nodes on the tree because these things take up so much. We're only level 87 at the moment, so there's still quite a few levels to get before we get all our passive skills, and then socketing in a few jewels. Our gear itself, we are just looking at a little bit of Magic Find gear. I will be switching the rings to some Magic Find soon. I'm using Badge of the Brotherhood because it's lots of fun to just be able to use Frenzy charges as well as power charges. And then Zeal's Amplifier is just letting me get 50% area of effect on my Herald skills for the explosion everywhere. We will be changing this all around for an Explodey chest instead of Suckerwell's Nest. Right now as well, we are using the 3 Purities and the Discipline in an Alpha's Howl to get great damage from Nebulous, but this is a budget option, so we're going to be expanding this probably into a 6-link staff for our Herald of Thunder, and then getting rid of the Purities and just getting lots and lots more damage because we don't really need too many defenses for our tier 5 maps. That's pretty much it with the build. As I said, it's subject to change immensely over the next day or 2. So if you want to come check it out, just check down below for the link to my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/thisisbadgergaming, and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content. Until next time, Badger, out.